What's up, you guys? Is anybody here? Let me fix this. My hair. All right. All right, we're live on YouTube. And I'm going to start trying to do the Instagram too, because I haven't gone live on there. And since TikTok is not working too good for me, I want to see if I could do it here. Hey, what's up, Jonathan? What's going on? I like YouTube the best so far. I don't know. There's a lot of shady business stuff going on behind the scenes. So let's see how I'm trying to see which platform works the best for me. you know, God, my nose is running. So, what's up with my hair? Why does it look like this? Man. Look at this. Woohoo! Gotta fix it somehow. There. This camera is like angles. It makes it look weird. Funny, right? All right, let's see if I could do a live here. So with these filters. So talk to me. What are you guys doing? Hey, Pierre. What are you guys up to? What are you guys doing? Oh, God. I got family members here, so if you hear any sounds, just know that's what it is. It's gonna be a little loud sometimes. But yeah, it's hard for me to do everything and be in on all of the platforms because I have family here. So yeah, trying to do stuff and people are yelling in the background. It's not the easiest. Let's put it that way. What's up with all of these things? It's so weird. Okay, you guys, isn't this weird? So I'm trying to go live, right, on Instagram, and I have 4.8 million followers, and they're saying that I have 443 followers that are active now. How's that possible? How is that possible? What did they do to my account, you guys? 443? Like, where's all my followers? And it's like, I know they put me on that list and it messed up my account, right? But come on, 443 followers active now. Like, look at this. I don't know if you can see, but here, see, 443 followers active now. How is that possible when I have almost 4.9 million followers that I slaved for 15 freaking years? Where's everybody? Like, I need to talk to Mark Zuckerberg. Like, this is not working, The hell is up with these filters? Anyways, I'm gonna figure one of these things out. And then I guess this one will do. This is the weirdest thing. Hi, how are you doing this evening? I'm good. I'm just trying to stay on the hustle, of this being a slave to the algorithm. Um, no, but seriously, I've been doing this for 15 years, so it's like give me what I worked for already, Like that would just make sense. And everything else is like just got to keep grinding, Got to keep grinding like you never grinded before. That's how you keep your motivation up. Otherwise, we're just all gonna fall. We can't have that happen. We gotta keep going, right? All right, let's see what happens here. I'm gonna give it maybe here, there, and there. All right, so now I'm live on YouTube and I'm live on Instagram. Thank you so much, JRMZ. What's up, Angelius? Angelius and Ezil, Andreas. What's going on, you guys? I'm going live here on Instagram. I haven't gone on Instagram for like so many years. So I thought I'll go live on here because I'm going consistently live on TikTok and I'm going live on YouTube. So I was like, let me go live on Instagram too and say hi to everybody. But yeah. And thank you so much for the prayers, DJ Wayne. Yeah, I pray that everything that's supposed to be mine comes my way as well. Hey Tiffany, what's up? John Elston. You love my new posting format on IG? All right. What, the questions? Do you like the questions or the sketches? I got the sketches, I got the questions, I got the pictures. Now it's live. Um, thank you so much for the gifts. I appreciate the gifts. This is my first time going live on Instagram in a very long time. So I'm going on Instagram and live on YouTube on my laptop. So I'm on both platforms. I was on TikTok too, but then, I just came over here. So yeah, so a lot of you guys don't know on Instagram, and I'm gonna just share it to everybody here. I already talked about this on my TikTok and on my YouTube, I believe. No, not fully on my YouTube, but on TikTok. So basically, the reason why some of you guys haven't seen me, I've been posting for years, had no idea, but apparently the urban vine influencers, they put me on a list that shadow banned all my social media platforms. And when they did that, basically I wasn't showing up for anyone. So now it's basically like I have to start all over again with my posting and all of that kind of stuff. And the way I found out about it is because I shared my story about being hacked, and the lawyer reached out to me and told me that they're doing a lawsuit, and this is what's going on behind the scenes, right? So now you guys know why it seems like I fell off, but I never fell off. I was still creating content like an idiot, like thinking everybody can see me, but I knew something was up, obviously, because the algorithm was like horrible, you know? So like imagine going viral on every platform and then overnight and getting like millions and millions of views. Everybody's reposting you, everybody's talking about this video, that video, blah blah blah, right? And then overnight you wake up and all of a sudden out of the blue you're not even getting 1,000 likes and views, right? From going from millions one day and then one day, and not just on one platform. They did this to me on all of the platforms. So this website is called Global Internet Forum to Counter right? So you can look it up. It's basically the people with the turbans and stuff. But yeah, they put me on that fucking list. What the fuck is that? Me, like little me. How did I go from falsely being accused of this, and then now I'm also this, and then also I try to change the laws and I'm doing it, and I'm also this now, you know. So it's crazy. The smear campaigns are smearing, you know, but the truth is coming out, and this is the reason why, you know. So as you can see now too, I have 4.8 million followers on Instagram, and it says I only have 99, well, 100 people on here now. For 15 years of being a slave to these platforms, how is that possible? You know, how is that possible? I was an influencer when the word influencer didn't even exist. Like, this is how long I've been on these platforms, so 15 years. Um, Yeah, so Hater A7, that's what I was telling you. So the urban Vine influencers put me on this list out of jealousy, envy. I was going viral on every platform, and I don't know if you guys remember, but Vine shut down, so they all had to come here to Instagram. And guess who had more followers than everyone on Instagram? Me. And I was going viral too, not just on Instagram, but on all of the platforms. And clearly they did not like that, you know. So they tried everything to discourage me more than anything. Before they even put me on this list, they were targeting me, gang stalking me, harassing me, bullying me. They were trying to encourage me to, you know, they were sending me text messages like that, put me in group chats. Anyways, they were doing everything in their power to eliminate me. And when none of those things worked, they paid someone to remove me off of the popular page on Instagram at some point. That didn't work. They paid someone to take me off the comedy page, to suggest the users, everything, right? But unfortunately for them, I was still going viral on not just Instagram, but all of the platforms. And then on top of that, I was going viral by other people reposting my content, you know, constantly. So I had World Star always reposting me. I knew Q, the owner, he passed away, unfortunately. He was always reposting me. You know, Kevin Hart was posting me, the Ludacris, like Chris Brown, you name it. Like, everybody and their mom was reposting me at the time, and I was still going viral. So the next step, what could I do to remove me completely? They put me on this list. They paid someone to put me on this list, and that's why you haven't seen me. So, with that being said, I will appreciate if you guys engaged in all of my content, because it's kind of like I have to restart all over again. 15 years of work just thrown down the drain, all out of people's jealousy and envy. It's crazy. It's crazy. These people's obsession with me over the years. It's been 11 years. They're still going at it. Can you believe it? It's psychotic. Like, so anywho, just keep engaging, keep liking, commenting, sharing, you know, all of that good stuff. And that's um that's what's going on, baby. Um So yeah, and also if you can follow me on all the other platforms too, and do the same thing, and put on your post notifications and all that, that would be great too. And you're gonna see a lot more content coming out, especially on YouTube. I'm gonna be posting a lot of video content, kind of like back in the day, like the sketch comedy styles, podcasts. I have stand-up comedy that I have to share to those platforms too. My short film and all of that. Everything is gonna go out now. I'm gonna start posting all of that. But yeah, this lawyer reached out to me and told me, if you ever think that you're added to this list, make sure you reach out to David Azar. He's from the Milberg firm. He's the one who told me that I'm on this list. And yeah. Um, White Kenneth. Yeah, well, if you ever want to know who it is, it's all of the Urban Mind influencers and everyone that ever collaborated with them. They were in this like cult-like group, and they didn't just do this to me. They've done this to several people. Anyone that became like a threat to these people, they will put them on this list as well. So is I'm not the only one, and now they bullied their way to the top, but I mean the truth is all coming out. There's like all of these lawsuits and all of that kind of stuff. So everything is coming out now to the surface, and it's just a matter of time before God reveals everything, So good always wins in the end. Um I just want everybody to not lose hope of that. So even though it's like, it's annoying, the devil always works overtime, you know. But it's kind of interesting that they needed a group of 40 people or 30 people to like, um, join their smear campaigns and all of that, And it's like, I was just one person that was already going through a horrible time with the whole hacking stuff, right? So I was already in a bad position, going through the worst time in my life. And then they're like, oh no, let's recruit more people because how dare she keep going and keep creating content and keep going viral? Like, she's supposed to give up now, And I didn't give up, and it pissed a lot of people off, So that's what happens. So if you ever want to become an influencer, make sure you stay away from these people. They're the worst people. They recruit like young girls, and they do all kinds of stuff. So stay away, And it seems cool on paper, like they have all these followers, and it's so cool, but it's not, Um, what's up, digital creator? I see you. Good evening to you all. Yeah, exactly. It's like people get jealous and envious, and I and like it's just humanity, People are gonna tend to get jealous and envious of people that naturally got it, or that are creative, that have any kind of success or beauty or good people, And it doesn't matter how much you help these people. What's worse, I think, is that I helped a lot of these people. I was nice to them. I was really kind, giving, like show them all my tricks and taught them everything I knew, and just thought that they were like my friends or we were cool. But the whole time they were just scheming, And it is what it is. But I learned a lot, and it made me grow into a stronger and better person from it. Um, and more than anything, I think what you really realize when you have people, so many people like that need to recruit other people to join in on the bullying and the smear campaigns and stuff, you start realizing the power of one. Like, you're all you need is yourself. Like, you got one person, and you need to get all of these people to bully someone that's already down and kick them while they're down. No, like you're a powerful person, You're powerful on your own. You can always um you could do great things. And I was not alone. I had God by my side. So that's where I got all my strength from, because oh boy, like these people really tried. They really tried. And if you go on TikTok, I'll explain it, but I'll probably do like a longer video going into more detail about everything that happened. Yeah, it's just but yeah, you gotta just keep going, and God is great. Always remember that. In the end, good always wins, and I think we're good people time now. So we're definitely on good people time. That's for sure. Like, the truth is all getting exposed. Everybody's getting exposed. Oh, I look like Miranda Cosgrove. Thank you so much. I love this tea, by the way. This is like, anyone know how to make tea? I want to recreate this tea. It's like Persian tea, my favorite. I want to drink this like all the time. What's up, RX Superstar? Make sure you go and subscribe to my YouTube. It's Uldouz, because I'm gonna be going live every single day there, and I'm posting shit ton of content. Like, I got so much content coming out, you guys. and you're gonna love it. It's gonna be a lot more than any other platform. But yeah, can you believe that I've been on these platforms for 15 years? Like, I was even on MySpace. Like, I was on social media when it was MySpace. That's how long I've been around, you know? Am I Persian? Hell yeah. I'm drinking my Sadaf tea. I'm Persian. It's the best tea in the world. I love it. Yeah, so basically, I have to build everything up from scratch. It's almost like you see that I have 4.8 million. So all combined, I have 10 million followers on social media. Since they put me on this list and it shadow banned me for years without even knowing, it basically turned all my accounts into dead accounts. So now I have to basically start all over like I have zero followers, you know? Even though it shows there, they ruined my accounts. So I have to basically start all over again. And that's why I'm like, you guys, please help support me. Like, comment, share all my videos. Go and like spam all my videos and liking, so I show up everywhere on your feeds. Put on my post notifications. Subscribe to me everywhere. Follow me everywhere. You know, all of that kind of stuff, so that I can show back up again. Because what the hell, you know, it's crazy. And the video is on my TikTok, so you can go and look it up anytime you want. Midwest Magic Cleaning, what's up? I'm watching like your videos at night every time before I go to sleep. And it relaxes me to see that everything's getting clean. I've been watching these videos on YouTube from Midwest Magic Cleaning, Ori Katarina, and Barbie. Is it Clean with Barbie? And oh boy, like these people, they're living in such a mess, but it's so satisfying to see like that mess getting clean. And I don't know what it is. It's like you see it and you're like, oh my God, that's such a big mess. And then it gets all clean, and then you're like, ah, so much better. My brain feels good, you know? um, yeah, it's crazy. Like, I love watching those videos. I love watching like power washing videos where it's like all this moss on the floor or on the ground, I mean, or like these like old building. You know what I would love? I told Ari Katerina this, but I watch all those like videos, the abandoned castles too. So I watch those abandoned castles, and then they go in there and they like so filled with dust and stuff. It would be cool if all of these cleaning people on YouTube will go to these abandoned castles and just clean the castles up. Like, oh, so satisfying, you know? You always watching zoo videos of the animals being funny? Yeah, those are good too. I like those too. The funny animals. But like to relax, I don't know what it is. The like it does something for my brain to see like things getting fixed up, like houses that are getting renovated. Like you see this really old tore down house and then somebody renovates it and fix it up. That's amazing. And then the abandoned castles, you know, even seeing abandoned castles getting fixed up, that's so satisfying, you know. I don't know, it just something about seeing like things getting fixed up. And also about houses, it's almost like the house or houses or apartments or castles or whatever it might be, it has this energy. And like it's almost like they want to be fixed up, they want to be taken care of. And when they get all clean and stuff, it's like, the house is happy now, like, I don't know. It's kind of trippy, but it feels like that for my brain, you know? So, anyways, I'm here and I'm on YouTube and I have to start all over again from scratch. I should probably start teaching classes on what to avoid so that you can't go through the mistakes that I've gone through as a content creator, influencer, whatever. But yeah, so many things have happened. And like the thing is too, I think a lot of people, they think, since everybody wants to be an influencer right now, right? I don't know what happened, but this whole TikTok explosion, and now everybody wants to be an influencer. And I did this for what, 15 years, and it's like it's not really what people think it is. It's a lot of drama coming with it, and a lot of issues and roadblocks and redirections and all kinds of things that you could ever think of. And the bigger you get, the more problems you're gonna have, because now everybody wants to stop you from getting ahead, and maybe some communities aren't like this. I don't know. Like, I was doing specifically more like comedy, but I feel like it doesn't matter like what community you're in. Anytime you're becoming too successful, then it's like crabs in the bucket. Like, other people tend to want to bring you down. So you could be in the workplace working with lawyers or doctors or whatever, and it's the same for every business, right? They just want to, like, if you're doing better than someone else, then there's gonna always be somebody that wants to bring you down, right? So you always got to be careful with when you go into these places, and don't be too cool, too nice to people. And that was my mistake. I was way too nice, way too humble, way too helpful. Like, I literally helped people that later stabbed me in the back, and like I basically gave them ammo to then destroy me, right? So you got to be very careful with that kind of stuff. And um remember too that more people tend to have bad energies and demons attached to them or whatever than good, because they're more looking for worldly things, right? Like, things that they can get right now, and not looking at the big picture of how it's helping in a greater for the greater good, right? So I think that's the problem for a lot of things right now. People not looking at the greater good or the bigger picture. It's like, what can I get right now? How can they get something like a quick fix, And I don't know. I don't really agree with it. I think it's better to look at things long term, but that's just my opinion. Anyways, uh, do you do any work with John Schneider? Who is that? I have no idea who that is. Uh, you love my movie? Well, thank you. Yeah, well, if you haven't seen Hacked, I'm gonna actually put it on another platform, because I put it on a platform and then I found out that the guy who runs that platform was taking my money. What else is new, So, but I found out quickly, so I pulled out the film from there. But I already got like the return for my investment of creating the short film. I executive produced it, wrote it, all that good stuff. And yeah, Sean Stout, I pray for your angels to protect you. Oh, thank you so much. That means a lot to me. Yeah, prayers. Just pray for me that uh, just give me the stuff that I worked for. That's all I'm asking. Like, I don't want anything that was anybody else's. I don't want like anything except for whatever I worked for and I deserve. Just the basics of what I work for and I deserve. That's what I just want. You never see me going live. Yeah, I haven't gone live for like years. I don't really go live, and even right now I have family in town, so um if you hear like noises and stuff, just know that there's people here. And I don't want to kind of keep put them on and stuff because people are weirdos online sometimes, as you can see from the whole hack situation, right? Um, so if you don't see me going live sometimes too, it's because I'm getting caught up with like family and taking care of them and handling business and all of that kind of stuff. Thank you so much, Chris Wilson. Um, and yeah, I'm gonna start doing lives with people too. I still don't know how to do it on YouTube, for instance, and then on Instagram, I think I've done it before. I can't remember. Maybe they changed it, but I'm probably gonna start doing lives on here too on Instagram. I haven't done lives for so long, you know. Am I originally Middle Eastern? Yes, I'm Iranian. I'm Irani, really. I'm Iranian. Everybody thinks I'm Hispanic, and I'm not Latina. I'm not Mexican. Um, what else? Let's see. If you have any questions, make sure you ask me. You remember the cool Haraju store in Japan? No, I don't remember. I want to go to Japan really bad. I still have never been to Japan. I love animes, especially the spiritual ones. Oh yeah, the college video. Yeah, yeah, I remember collage video. Yeah. Yeah, I want to go, and I don't know if you guys seen it. I saw this one anime video on, or like movie on YouTube, and it was called The Laws of the Sun. You guys gotta watch it, and it's free too. Go watch it on YouTube. It was amazing. I loved it. It's like a spiritual movie, and it's anime. And then what else? There's another one also called The Laws of the Universe, and that one is about time travel. Like, cool, you know. No, was it Laws of the Universe? And then no, the Golden Laws is about time travel, and the Laws of the Universe is like about like all of these alien species, which is cool too. But the Golden Laws was the one with the time travel. That one was so cool because they like time traveled, and then they saw like Hermes and Aphrodite and like Moses, and I was like, wow, that would be so cool. Imagine like being there, seeing like all of these things that like people are talking about today. That would be so cool, and like just hanging out with everybody then, right? um yeah, I would love Japan, and like Japanese people are so nice too. They're so nice and respectful, and like have a lot of manners, and just good people in general. So I don't know, I think I would like it. um What's my favorite museum in LA? Mm, I don't really have a favorite museum here. Like, there's the big one, like the Getty and all of that, but they change it all the time. I can't keep up with that. But I love museums. Like, my favorite all time museum is the one in Egypt. It's the Egyptian museum. They have like all of this Egyptian stuff, right? That one is cool. Not all Japanese people are cool. Yeah, well, not all, but like I like the overall culture and just the like the politeness and all of that. I wish I was back home on my Guam. Yeah, I want to go to Guam too. That would be amazing. I actually want to go to Hawaii, but how would you do if something happens like a tsunami? Then you got to get in a car, and then you don't have anywhere to go. Like, I think about weird stuff like that. Post your link on community for YouTube live. Okay. I still don't know how to do that. Like, I just put a link. I don't know. Outfit check. I'm wearing black tank top and sweatpants right now. Yeah, I did this Michael Blackson video. I had to sell it to him. I was like, hey, I had this idea I want to do with you. Can we do it? It was the catfish one, and he was like, yeah, let's do it. So then we did that like back in the day, and then everybody started like doing it, like, and then I had this other idea about like baby mama, like I want my child support. Good times. Um, Gourmet sabzi is the best. Yes, I love gourmet sabzi. That's actually my favorite Persian dish, but I'm very particular with it. Like it has to be done by the right person. If it's not done by the right person, then I would prefer. I love qeimeh and fesenjoon, and I love all these like pierogies. Like, oh, my mom make these pierogies. They're so amazing. My grandmother used to make them too, and they have like this ground beef and like peppers and stuff. It's so good, so good. I can eat like a whole box in one day. Um, let's see. I'm gonna probably do a subscription type platform. It's not gonna be one of the ones that you guys probably know. It's gonna be something new that nobody knows or like very few people know about, because I don't want it to be on a big platform, and I don't want to be restricted anymore. Like I want to be able to exist and just talk freely and just be myself, like without any kind of body censoring me all the time, and I can't even talk like a normal human being. Like, come on, you know? It's just annoying. So I don't I'll probably do something where I'll just be myself and I exist without anyone interrupting me, telling me that my existence is wrong, you know? Like, for instance, on Snapchat, like, they're giving me such a hard time. Like, I'm just existing. I'm like literally like this. And for some reason, like, even if I'm fully clothed, everything, it's just like they're going so hard on me all the time, you know? So, I'm getting really frustrated with all of these platforms, and even on Instagram, and like I've been on here for 15 years, on Facebook for 15 years, like what do you call it now, Threads too, and none of these platforms, all these years, I'm still not monetized. It says that I am, and it says zero, but like I get millions of views, and I never got a payment from Reels, Facebook, nothing, you know. And Facebook, at one point, I made 25,000. They never gave it to me. What happened? You know? Yeah, Iranian food is the best. So yeah, I want to just live my life and just exist. Yeah, fully clothed is the problem. But see, like that's what's so weird. There's people that are literally showing everything, and it's fine. And then they got all this work done, right? They got all this work done. They're not even real. I'm naturally built like this, like from God. It's not even like in your face absurd. It's like human body, like that's natural. And I'm getting always so much shit all the time. Like it's like the hardcore matrixing, you know? Like they don't want me to even exist. But I'm gonna exist because I'm here to do God's work. So um yeah, right. We shouldn't support those platforms. Well, yeah, well, that's why I want to get on a platform that's like not gonna do that to me, you know? So now it's just figuring out, like, I'm doing my research and figuring out what platform is gonna actually be nice to me, you know? And even some of these platforms, they're stealing. They're just like straight up stealing from people. So, um, just don't believe everything that you see, because there's a lot of shady stuff going on. Seems so. You need to. Well, I need to do my research when I do finally pick the perfect platform to be on. and to do like a subscription kind of type platform. I'm apparently have it here, but it's like, I don't know, like it's stupid. But I'm actually been doing a lot of content, so you're gonna see a lot from me. A lot. I'm gonna be everywhere all the time, doing everything, just like before. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. I've been doing this for 15 years, and I'm not gonna lie, it gets a little tiring. Like, imagine doing consistently, like creating content after content, and then they roll out monetization, and then they give you a hard time. They put you on a list. They like, you get hacked, you get this, that, and then you gotta keep going. You got like a group of influencers, 40, 50 people that are like big influencers that are every day attacking you, you know, one way or another. And then you got to keep going, keep going, keep going. And, I make it look easy. I understand that. Like, a lot of people, they think I just got everything so easy and I'm just hot, this hot girl that I just wake up and the world just gives me everything that I want. I wish it was that easy. Phew, I wish it was that easy. That would be amazing if it really was. And imagine if I just wake up and I'll just get everything because I'm pretty or whatever they think, right? Um, but yeah, but what it is really you have to be consistent with everything. And that's not just for social media, but let's say if you work out, if you want to have a nice body, you got to go to gym every day. If you want to be healthy, you got to eat healthy every day, right? So it's all about consistency. And you might have a day off here and there or a couple days, but then you get back on it, right? And same thing with social media. Like, even though on my list, I was still creating content every single day. Yeah, I didn't know. Like, I was creating content like an idiot, thinking everybody's still gonna see it, but I just kept going. And honestly, I don't even know how I did it. Like, I still made money during that time. I have no clue how, with everything that happened. Like, what? And then now I'm going, like this machine, you know, and yeah, it's just all about consistency. So don't get discouraged, just keep going. It gets hard even for me. Like, I'm just keeping it real. Some days I'm like, oh boy, I gotta do this and I gotta do that, and I don't feel like it. I just want to relax. Some days I just want to be babied, like a little baby, just like sleeping in the bed and somebody's feeding me. you know, like I want to be taken care of too. So, I mean, who doesn't want to be babied at some point? It's like the best feeling. I'm sure when you guys are sick or something, you want to be babied and you want someone to take care of you and tuck you in and you're just eating yummy food. Um, it's the best. Thank you, Reed. What's up? How you been? Uh, Chris Wilson. Yeah, you can reach out to the business email. It's Business at Gmail, I think, gmail.com. But yeah, I like being baby. Like, once in a while, I need that shit. But it's hard. Like, when you got to keep going the way I do, it's like, oh, I want to be baby. Just sleep in bed and just everybody's paying for all the bills and I can just sleep for a day or two. Everything is getting handled. Um, yeah, wouldn't that be the dream? But you know what? If I'm wondering if you have a farm or something like with fruit trees, wouldn't that be cool? You just wake up, you don't have to pay taxes, you don't have to pay for bills. You just wake up, everything's paid off, and you just go and get your little fruits from your fruit trees and your little vegetables. And then, like, if I had a farm, I would have animals. And then I could not imagine, like, doing anything to those animals to be able to eat meat. Like those will be my homies, like I couldn't do that. So I will have to become like a vegetarian. But yeah, like I don't know. My mind is like all over the place, but I'm always thinking of things like random things. It's like I started feeding the cats, the stray cats in my neighborhood. So I'm officially a cat lady, by the way. And I started feeding them, and then the skunks are coming, the possums, and the raccoons. But I look at those like my babies now. Like those possums, raccoons, and skunks are like my little pets. Like the other day, I opened up the door and it was like 2 a.m. I just wanted to see if this cat was eating the cat food. And it was a skunk, and his like butt was like against the door. And I was like, oh my God, a skunk. Like, imagine if he would have sprayed me. But I don't know. I thought that was like, oh, how cute. The little skunk is like eating the food and he's happy. Yeah. Yeah, but the skunk is so cute. Like sometimes I come home and the skunk is like waiting for me, and he sees me and he's like starts jumping around, and like he goes and hides because he's like, oh, she's coming home now. I better get out of the way. And then sometimes the skunk is like under my car. I don't know what happened to that skunk because they were always a couple and now it's just one. Oh, that's right. The other day, not the other day, a couple weeks ago, I saw a skunk that was ran over on the street, and the whole area smelled so bad. But like everybody's like, "Oh my God, that skunk passed away. Oh, it must have been his baby. That was his girl. Like it's so sad." So now the skunk is like there. So I don't know if it's the female skunk or the male skunk, but one of them lost their partner. So it makes me happy to see the skunk come in and eating the food. Yeah, it's cute until it sprays, I know, but the skunks apparently they save the spray as long as they can. They don't want to waste that either, so they don't enjoy it. You have two owls and a family of raccoons, and then it's weird for me. It feels like when all these animals are here, they're like protecting me in some kind of weird way. Like I feel like a little Snow White or something. Like they're like there, they're protecting me. They're like, we got you. But it makes me feel safe for some reason. I don't know. Um, Snow White and the Seven Skunks. It's more like Snow White and the possum, skunk, raccoons, and cats. you know, there's always three raccoons. It used to be two skunks, but the two skunks, like one of them passed away, and then there's usually three cats, but one of the cats is not there anymore. I don't know what happened. Um, Shout out from Atlanta. What's up, Atlanta? Let's see here. Let's pick some questions. That's what happens. Love never laters. The what? The skunks got a divorce. That's funny. No, that one passed away. It's so sad. Poor baby. They got ran over, I think. It was on the not freeway, on the street where the cars go. Okay. You like the cat lady? Yeah, yeah. If you was an immortal, would you change the social security card as time passes, or would you keep it? What kind of question is that? I don't know. I haven't really thought about it. How long have I been living in LA? For a long time now. I think since 2012 or 13. 2012, I think. What kind of camera do I have on YouTube? I have a Logitech or whatever it's called, 4K webcam, and it's on my laptop. And then I have Instagram on my phone. It would be cool to have one more way. I might be able to do one more and just get on TikTok. Ninja Boy Adam, what's up? I was a big fan of you on Vine back in the days. Cool seeing you here. Well, thank you. Just make sure you go and engage in everything again, because they try to erase me from social media. Have you ever streamed on other platforms before? Yeah, I was going live on TikTok every day because it's kind of my weakest platform, right? Um, so on TikTok, a lot of you guys don't know this, but I was a suggested user on there when it was Musically. Then when they turned into TikTok, they asked me to become a suggested or featured user on TikTok. And then the urban vine influencers again came in and talked mad shit about me and were saying that I'm doing, adult whatever because I was hacked, and they were spreading all these lies about me. So basically, they didn't pick me for that, right? But I was already in the program before they came and sabotaged it, right? So right now I have like 170,000 something followers on TikTok, and a lot of them were from Musically. So on TikTok, it's like that. Like I think I had 100 something thousand, 120 or something from Musically, and then the rest is now from TikTok. So yeah, so they messed me up on TikTok too, big time. So it is what it is. I might start doing Twitch, where I stream from Twitch and I start doing gaming because I got a PlayStation 5, you guys, and I'm addicted. I'm like literally on there. I love Assassin's Creed Origin. I played it again yesterday, and boy, I was getting so mad. I was like, I can't do this. I gotta relax. So I started watching cleaning videos, you know. You honestly thought that I was the very wholesome one compared to most on Vines? Yeah, well, like, and then a lot of people were copying me too on there. So it's like I was doing it, and they would take all my ideas, steal all my content, and then they would redo it. And then they wanted to basically get me removed so that the original wasn't seen. Since you went to Egypt, mythology. Wait, what did you say? All right, superstar. Since you went to Egypt, mythology, the game God of War is coming out. Um, a new one on PlayStation. Oh, I want to see that. Yeah, game. Yeah, I have to check that out. Yeah, I love the Egyptian stuff, and they did it so well too. The Assassin's Creed Origin is like all of the Egyptologists and archaeologists and all of them came together. They made like this amazing game, and it's very accurate. Like I did a lot of research on that because I wrote a whole movie script about this like Egyptian queen that nobody talks about. By the way, everybody always talks about Cleopatra, but oh boy, like she's probably one of the weakest uh, rulers, female rulers, right? But they always make it seem like it's cool because there's so much drama and blah blah blah, right? So I did all this research on it. I probably spent like maybe 5 to 7 years like writing this script, right? And so much research to go into this stuff because you have to base it on like actual Egyptian history, and like you have to start learning everything about it so you can fully grasp like how it was back then to in order to write a whole movie script about it, right? So I did that, and I learned so much. So then when I see the whole game, like there's some things that are off, but a lot of it are pretty much for the most part very accurate, So I really enjoy that one. Have you listened to Bollywood music? I watched a couple Bollywood movies, and they're so cool because they're like really colorful and they're beautifully made. Like all of these new ones, they're like, wow, you're seeing that, and it's like the endorphins for the eyes, Like so colorful, so clear, like just beautiful images. I think that if um, like Hollywood was to create movies like that, where every scene is like beautiful to look at, like it would be amazing, right? But yeah, Hollywood doesn't want to do that. So it's weird too because if Bollywood is doing it, why wouldn't they do it here in Hollywood? I don't know. It's just it is what it is. Um, yeah. So Ninja Boy Adam, if you wanted to do vines, just stay away from all the viners, like all bad people. So calendars, I haven't done calendars in years. See, I don't even think that people would get the calendars anymore because everything is digital now, right? I don't know. Everything is digital. I haven't done calendars in years. I used to do these like 18-month calendars, so you get like 6 months more. Um, but now it's like, yeah, I don't know how that would work. Would you guys buy a calendar? I don't know. I don't think anybody will buy it anymore. Maybe like five people because everything is digital and then you have to wait for it. But I used to do autograph calendars, pictures, and all of that. Yeah, and then I did the whole law changing stuff. I'm still doing it. It's so much work. And then you guys, you thought that the urban buying influencers were bad. Oh boy, wait to see how these nonprofits are. They're the worst. Like even way worse than anyone in entertainment. Like I guess people are starting to find out with all of this stuff that's coming out now, how shady these like charity groups are, nonprofits, blah blah blah, right? But when I started this law changing stuff, and after I shared my story, I came into this world, thinking, oh, these are all people that are doing a great cause, so they must be good people. And boy, oh boy, I was so naive. I was so naive. And I thought, like, just because it's people doing good causes, they must be good. No, they're just pretending. Like, a lot of these people are just pretending. They're great at pretending, at being good people. They're a lot of these nonprofits, they're getting paid from the opposition and they're getting paid from the government, they're getting paid from you guys, so there's people donating to all these places thinking, oh, this is an established nonprofit, they know what they're doing, the money is going in a good place, these are nice wholesome people. Nope, 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 nope. So if you guys want to donate, be careful where you're donating to because a lot of your money isn't going to where it's supposed to actually go. And I understand even if it went to one person, for instance, doing all of this great work. So let's say your money went to um, supporting this person so that this one person could do all of these great things, right? Yeah, that would be also doable, but the problem is that they're also taking money from the other side to not do saying that they're doing. So that's where the problem is. So that's why you're not seeing a lot of progress with a lot of these nonprofits, and they're constantly asking for this and that. And yeah, these are big issues, but the issues could have been solved long time ago. So if I'm only one person and I got more stuff done than all of these nonprofits combined that have all of these millions of dollars in funding, support, connections, whatever, you got to start questioning what the fuck is going on here, you know? So um, that's the reality of what's going on, and I had no idea because I had to find out the hard way, you know. I didn't even know anything about politics. I got into this whole world and I was like, whoa. And I thought like the politicians would be the corrupt ones, but who's the worst are the nonprofits. Like the nonprofits is way worse than all of them combined, you know. And they do a lot of shady stuff too. Like, and a lot of the opposition is paying not only the nonprofits but even survivors in some of these spaces, so people that are pretending to be something that they're not. So it's crazy, it's really crazy. I'm like, what? Yeah, like like the guy with the fake mustache and the nose, that's what they're doing. You know, they're like, no, I'm not this person. Yes, you are, you know. Why don't I expose them and make a documentary? Well, like, um, I've been working on a documentary, but I don't know. Like, there's there's several layers to exposing, not just one thing. It just becomes like exposing a lot of the layers, right? So, um, like for instance, they're getting paid by the opposition. Well, who is the opposition? The opposition is paying everybody off. You know, it's not just this one nonprofit or that. These are people that are paying everybody off in like every aspect, right? So they're paying politicians, nonprofits, even some survivors. They're paying lawyers. They're paying like Justice Department people. Like they're paying, you name it. They're paying people. They're paying everybody. So you get into that whole world, and then you're like, oh, like, okay, well, I'm like one person that do like comedy videos, and I look kind of pretty, but like, how the fuck am I gonna do all this by myself? Right? And honestly, I got more stuff done than all of these people combined. And it makes sense because nobody's really doing it because they actually genuinely want to, you know? Um, so I'm actually proud of myself because I did more than a lot of these people combined, and it says a lot, right? Um, but with that being said, I spent my savings on this. Like, I'm at a point where I'm like, okay, yeah, like I spent all my money and now I need to make money for myself. How the hell am I gonna eat? And they're like, got this bottomless pit of endless money, right? And what are they spending it on? They're spending it on travels, going to movie screenings, going to, nice fancy dinners, pretending like they're working. Um, they're doing all of those kind of things. Oh, and then they're setting up parties, and they always have all these parties, but nothing ever comes out of them, right? Um, so yeah, it's a lot of those kind of things. Am I still hanging out with Jaylene? Nope. Nope, nope, nope. I'm not hanging out with a lot of people, and there's a good reason for that. Why don't I start my own charity with transparency? Yeah, well, I have my own nonprofit, Foundation Raw, and it has all of the resources that I wish I had when I was going through the whole hack thing. So everything is already provided for free. But have I gotten funding? Nope. I did all that stuff with my own money. It would be nice to get some donations so I could keep it going. But unfortunately, like a lot of the government grants are going to the shady companies. And that's what I realized. I'm like, oh, okay. So, and then they're like fighting so hard for the government grants and just grants in general, even if it's non-governmental, and they will do anything for that money, right? So uh it is what it is, but I guess all of the truth is coming out. Yeah, I'm glad you're talking about this stuff because I love seeing big YouTubers or celebrities that appreciate the little things in life. Yep, that's what you gotta do. Just gotta keep it going too, you know? The link to my nonprofit is foundationra.com. So foundationraw.com. You can go on there if you want to donate, sign the petition, all of that good stuff. It will be great. And I have some more updates coming up too pretty soon about the stuff I've been working on. And that's another thing. You gotta work in silence because these motherfuckers, they will come after you. Like, you know? So you know what I mean? Um, yeah, it's a shame. Basically, they're placement holders for people. So basically, let's say the cause that right. So there's people within my cause that are placement holders that make it look like they're doing stuff, and they specifically have been put there to make it look like they're actually doing something about it. So you will see like bills that are coming out that says, "Oh, look, we're doing cause." But then if you actually read the bill, it doesn't do anything. Like it just says that yeah, you can take down pictures that you don't want of yourself out there. You can get it taken down. You can do that now. You can do it for free through my nonprofit. You can do it yourself. Like you can do it through lawyers. You can do whatever you want yourself to get pictures taken down. You know, you don't need a law that tells you that. Like you can automatically do it yourself, right? So why would we need a law to do that? Why don't you support something like the Protect Act that blocks it from happening in the first place? So that's the problem. Like these people, they're coming off like they're against the cause. Well, okay, if you're or they're for the cause, right? So they're coming off like, oh, we're for the cause. Okay, if you're really for the cause, why don't you want to block it from happening in the first place, right? Isn't that like common sense? And no, they don't want it to be blocked because everybody's getting money from that, right? So they're getting money uh, from the people. The opposition is getting paid from it. The opposition is paying the nonprofits. They're paying other people, right? So everybody's making money from this, except for the people that this is happening to, and they don't want a solution to that because if there's a solution, the money is not going to come in, right? So that's what needs to happen. We need to change it. We need the Protect Act. We need something to block it from happening in the first place. It's just common sense, you guys, you know? So, yeah. PH and Gal, I didn't see what you said. Oh, you just donated? Thank you so much. Like, what the fuck? Like, I'm actually doing the work, this and that. And oh boy, it made me feel so down about it for so long because I'm like literally watching these bullshit bills coming out, and you're just like, everybody's pretending. Even like they will have these parties at the White House, and they were just having parties, you guys. Like they were saying they were listening to victims, they were listening to people. They weren't doing anything. They were doing nothing, nothing at all. Like all bullshit. So thanks for supporting me. That means a lot to me. I'm like, maybe I should do live more on Instagram than on TikTok because, you know, just come back. Oh boy. Well, thank you so much. You're the best. You guys are the best. Um, who was what? Thank you. That means a lot to me. No, but like honestly, like since it happened to me, I genuinely didn't want it to happen to someone that's younger. Like especially imagine being like a teenage girl or boy, like it's unbearable. And you know, the worst part about this is especially the boys. The boys are like not telling anyone. They're so scared about it. They're like, you know, doing that and it's really upsetting. It's really sad because when this happens to especially young boys, they're so filled with shame, and then they have nobody to talk to, and at least with girls, we kind of condition girls to share it more and talk to other people. But with boys, they don't have that sense of safety or community to talk about anything for some reason, right? um so it's like I shared my story, and I saw all of these young boys reaching out to me, and men and women and girls, everybody reached out to me, even parents. Their parents would reach out to me too and tell me what's going on. And then it's like I'm hearing story after story after story, and honestly, it was a lot for me. Like it was to hear all these upsetting stories over a period of time every single day, and then to watch these bullshit nonprofits pretending like they're doing something, but the whole time it's just fluff, it would just piss me off more and more. And then at one point I even felt like, oh my god, like um this might be too hard for me to do, but then I was like, well, if I'm not going to do it, who's going to do it, all of those kind of thoughts. And I was like, okay, well, there's got to be a way to do it. And what I realized is a lot of the fluff that was happening was all people from the inside. So the people that pretend to do something about the cause, they were just doing distractions. They were being placement holders. They were being, frauds, right? So that's the that's the unfortunate situation. But my whole goal was to have something in place so that other people wouldn't go through what I went through. So when I created my nonprofit, it's something that I wish I had when I went through it, right? And it's super easy. Like if anyone wants anything taken down, I have a guy that takes everything down free of cost. There is free legal advice there. You can talk to detectives and lawyers. You could talk to therapists. You could do everything, right? And you can also find out what your rights are, not just here in the US, it's all around the world too. Like if you want to know some updates about laws or, anything in that form, you can go on there and you can find out your rights, right? And these are things that I had no idea about. I have like nobody helping me, and I spent over $1 million, you guys, like on getting this stuff taken down. I got so much money stolen from me too, from like YouTube companies just straight up stealing everything that I earned, And yeah, it was just awful. So what did you say? This message is for all of the 30 people who are watching this. If anybody would donate, I am willing to match your donation. Oh, that's sweet, PB Youngle. PBH PB Hangal. Am I saying it right? Talking shit. She's actually put her own money and lost her own well-being in order to help other. If you could donate, yes, it's true. It's true. Thank you for recognizing that. It was hard. Like even like this past year. Oh boy. So like I even have one person that was literally pretending to be my friend, and the whole time she was sabotaging from the inside. Come to find out she was getting paid off by the other side. And then come to find out that she was basically like a hooker, She had a pimp and everything. Like these are people that are really bad people, and they pretend to be like survivors, some of these people, and they're getting paid off the whole time. They're just there to sabotage everything internally. And me, I'm like, oh, I'm trying to help her. I was like, let me help you. Let me get the stuff taken down of you. I helped this chick so much. I even included her in a lot of the stuff. The whole time she was scamming, scamming, scamming. The whole thing was a setup. Like, that's another thing. That's like, if you guys found out, they were trying to get me to switch sides too. And I said no. And then they started targeting me, harassing me, all of that. Um, So yeah, basically that's what's going on, and um, we need more support. So even if you guys like just support the cause, just make sure you support the cause, because I'm just one person, and boy, I need help. I'm not gonna lie, but you know, uh, luckily I learned this, and I had to learn the hard way. But you can't trust these people. You can't think that everybody's in it for you know actually wanting to change it, and that was the hardest pill to swallow. It was like waking up and seeing like, oh wow, so many bad people in the world. you know and it sucks because you're just like, I don't know, I feel like in a lot of ways I've been so naive and so gullible in so many different ways, almost childlike, and I think what made me successful in a lot of ways was that I was like childlike, and I was very playful, and like just try to stay positive all the time and roll with the punches and looking at the bright side and being a good person, being nice and helpful and stuff. But on the other side is it's been so bad because like life could have turned me into a pessimist and someone that's always like negative and stuff. So that's the good side about the being the childlike kind of thing. But then the other part of it was believing everyone is good and believing that if you're good, then the other person is going to be good, right? If you help people, then they're going to be good. If you're like there for people, they're going to be just good, decent human beings. But no, like it's not at all. And it sucks. Like, why does it have to be like that? It just sucks. Like, if you're good to someone, they should be good to you back. At least have that common courtesy and decency. But no, it's just a lot of people, they see kindness as weakness, and then they just want to figure out a way, if you help them, how to destroy you. So a lot of times you might be helping someone and you're giving them just the ammo to then later destroy you. And that to me has been probably the hardest lesson. But then on the other side, it's like, well, now you're realizing your own power and the power of one, and how much one person can change and do good in the world, right? So if I can do it, you guys are each one person, and you have a lot more power than you think to do good and change the world for the better, right? I'm just one person. I'm a woman. I look like this. I do comedy videos. Like, you did not expect me to do anything, probably, right? Except for just like joking around and showing my like pretty self or whatever sides, right? You didn't expect me to probably have an education or try to change the law, whatever. But let's say you see me do this, that means you can do it. And I just want to encourage everyone that if I could do it, you could do it. Like, I didn't know anything about politics. I didn't know anything about law changing stuff. I didn't know anything about bills, how they work. I'm not even originally from here. I immigrated myself, like by myself, by the way. And I'm Persian. I grew up in Sweden. English is my third language. Um, so this isn't even my first language, you know? So yeah, if anybody wants to donate, make sure you go to foundationraw.com, and PB Hengel is gonna match your donation. He just donated 500, which is so sweet. And yeah, that would be amazing. If I can get more donations, I can keep going. I still got more things coming up, and more news coming up and updates. So I'm still going, but I need all the help in the world. I'm not gonna lie, because I'm going against nonprofits that get millions of dollars in funding, and they're getting $1 million in funding from opposition. They're getting all kinds of stuff, and they don't want solutions. So um, I need help. Let's put it that way. And I spend my own money, And everybody thinks I have money. No, I don't. I don't have money. If I had money, I would be doing even more with it, right? So I spent all my savings on it already. And now I don't even have money for myself right now. I have to like get back to hustling. I don't even get brand deals anymore because everybody's doing brand deals for free on TikTok. So, yeah, I don't know what the hell I'm going to do, but I got to do something fast. Um, so, yeah, donate, you guys. You can go to foundationra.com. Uh, Thank you so much, Ninja Boy Adam. And also, if you're on YouTube, you can the gifts. I think it's the little dollar sign, or on what is it called, the Instagram badges or whatnot. Um, you could do it too that way, I guess. Um, Anyways, so that's the whole story with the nonprofits, the Vine, me not showing up on people's feeds. It's a lot of information for one day, right? Oh my God, it's been so much. Thank you so much for the badge, RX Superstar. RX Superstar is like a ride or die. Um, Thank you, Desco VRs. Well, yeah, if you could promote me, that would be great too. Because yeah, I was put on this list, for all that time. So I gotta go hard again, like basically like I'm starting all over again. Have you guys ever worked a job and then you have to like start all over again, or is it just happening to me? you know. Thank you, RX Superstar. And make sure you go to. Let me see if I can put the foundation link here. And if you have any ideas on how we can grow the thing, I was approved for governmental grants, but I don't have a grant writer. Um, so if you guys know any grant writers too, let me know. Let me see if I could pin this here. Detective Moses Castillo, what's up? So Moses is one of the detectives that are on Foundation Raw. He's great. I use him for a lot of people that reach out to me. I give his information because he doesn't do the whole victim shaming, blaming, and all of that stuff. And he really knows his stuff. And he will help you, guide you, and all that. So if anybody's a survivor, you can go on my foundationraw.com, and then you go to resources, and Detective Moses Castillo, which is on my live right now, he will be talking to you and helping you. And I also have D Law Group, which is Sam Dojulian. He's one of the top lawyers here in California. And oh yeah, you can go to detectivemosescastillo.com too. So he is one of the top lawyers here with deals with all of those type of crimes, and you can sue people through him, and even do all kinds of things like that, all the legal stuff, and he can give you legal advice. And if you're not in California, you can also get legal advice in other states. And I also have connections to other countries too. So if this is happening to you and the person happens to be in another country, you can do that too. So a lot of people don't know that I'm also changing the laws in other countries. So that's something else I've been doing, on the side. And it's having a lot of progress with all of that stuff. So yeah. Miguel Ibarra, thank you so much for the super chat. So, you guys, what should I do? Should I start doing live on Instagram every single day and on YouTube, or should I do TikTok and um, YouTube, or should I just do lives on YouTube? What should I do? And you can ask me whatever you want. And then also, I only have like 10% left on my phone now, and I don't have the charger here, but yeah. I try to charge it as much as I can, but I'm always on my phone. Yeah, it seems like most of my people are on Instagram, but isn't that crazy? 4.8 million followers on here and only 37 people on here. And before I logged in, I showed it on my YouTube. It said that only 447 people were live on or were online on Instagram. So where the hell are all my followers, you guys? What did they do to my followers? It's like they put them all to sleep or something. It's like I only have the people that basically followed me from like what, maybe a couple months ago. Like, where is everybody? You know? What did they do to my shit? It's fucked up. And more YouTube streams. Yeah, I'm gonna do more YouTube for sure. Combined, but it's basically like I have to start all over again. So um, just look at it like I have 0 followers, I guess. You know. Yeah, you can share my link on your profile. You can share, just make sure you share and tell everybody to refollow me or follow me, put on my notifications, like all my posts because I think that goes in the algorithm. Like all my posts. Every time I'm on, like my live, like the post, share the post, comment, save it. I guess all of that stuff is gonna go in the algorithm, and I'm gonna start showing up again on your feeds. I'm gonna show up on other people's feeds. But yeah, I need that because it's like they try to erase me. They try to really erase me from all of social media, and it's really messed up. Um, Thank you, Desco by Arts. Desco by Arts. Yeah, boy, was I naive. Why was I so naive, you guys? I'm like, God. But it's like a part of me is like, I just want to be that like playful, young, you know, like positive mindset that just sees the world as good. But why are people so evil? Like, why can't I just believe in that? Like, I want to believe in it, but now after all of my life experiences, like, it's so disappointing, but I don't want to believe that that's um, the end of everything. Like, that's what people are. I want to believe in good, you know? You have a heart platinum, yeah. Just it's like turned into a heart of steel by now, like yeah. I was being so gullible, especially coming into this whole nonprofit business and thinking they're all good. I don't feel stupid, but I feel like gullible, just very naive, like very naive into thinking. And then another thing is, I thought these were my people now. Like I was like, I found my crowd. This is my tribe. They understand me. They went through the same things as me. They, understand what I went through. And then the worst experience was one of these nonprofits that I helped. I helped them with 300,000 worth of free labor for these people, right? I helped them grow from 10,000 followers to 20,000. I gave them all kinds of press, PR. I connected them to celebrities, influencers. I grew them, like I blew them up. And also they were telling me, "Oh, we're going to pay you." So I was like just in good faith thinking, "Oh, they're going to keep their word, they're going to be good people." So I did all these extravagant marketing for like casinos, for myself. I did it for a lot of people. So it says the connection was bad. So I did this for them, 300,000 worth of free labor for these people. And in the end, they didn't thank me. They didn't say anything. Instead, you know what they did? They falsely accused me of some other shit. And then they were threatening me that the White House is going to come after me. They were like, the White House is going to come after you, da, da, da. All because they wanted me to drop the Protect Act. Mind blowing. They wanted me to drop the Protect Act, and they wanted me to like get discouraged and basically do all this stuff. And then well, it made like absolutely no sense what they were accusing me of too. It was a fucking comedy video that wasn't even mine. Like, you know how you collaborate with people? With that one, I collaborated with this guy like 12 years ago, and I was a paid actress on it, and they were like trying to hold her over my head, and it wasn't even a like it wasn't even my video. It wasn't even anything crazy. And I was just like, what? Meanwhile, they had people that like did really bad things at these places, like sharing their stories, like people that were convicted of really bad things, right? Things involving children, you know? So they had those people there, and I was like, what? You know? So that's when I started realizing, I'm like, this is all bullshit, you know? The whole thing is just a scam. And then they were trying to discourage me. They tried everything. They tried to get me to switch sides. I didn't want to do it. They tried to hook me up with one of the guys that is funding all this. I didn't want to do it. And then they like try to discourage me by threatening me, by telling me that all of these high power people are going to come after me. And I'm like, no, you know? So they tried everything. And in the end, none of it worked. And guess what? The CEO of this place have stepped down now. Wonder why, you know? Just she stepped down from her position, and I'm sure a lot of shit was about to come out about her. So um yeah, now we need this though. There's one other really bad nonprofit that's like getting a lot of money, so we still gotta hold off for that one, see what happens there. But that whole nonprofit, I think what's gonna end up happening is they're gonna get exposed in a really major way, you know. um yeah, it's saving lives. Yeah, that's true. Can you tell us about the protector? You mean the Protect Act? The Protect Act basically uh, it verifies age and consent of everyone that's uploading to sites that have adult, things. So it makes sure that children aren't being uploaded or anyone like non-consensually. It's all like about consent. So it's a really straightforward, common sense bill, and it blocks the damage from happening in the first place. That's what we want. And I don't know if you guys remember, but back in day, if somebody wanted to do that kind of work, they had to show their ID. They had to show that they're like sober. They had to show like other things, right? So that's how it used to be. So why is it now that anyone can just upload whatever they want with just an email address? That's not cool, right? So that's basically what the bill does, and it's very straightforward. It's common sense, and it will block it from happening in the first place. It's just for the uploaders, so it's not for people that are just watching or whatever. We're just focusing on the people that are uploading, that the uploads aren't being people that shouldn't be on there in the first place, And yeah, so um, do I smoke? Nope. Um, but that you would only work if the sites are registered in the US. Most of the sites are registered outside of US. Yeah, yeah. So there's a couple sites. that are required to do this. So I'm tackling this from not just a federal standpoint, but also state by state and globally. So I'm talking to like UN about this, and I also started my own global coalition to tackle this. Is on the Foundation Raw's website because I was waiting so long for UN, but now like everything is like kind of clearing up. We'll see. But I started reaching out to leaders in other countries myself, like world leaders, senators from other places, prime ministers, you name it. Like I'm like literally reaching out, doing Zoom calls all from this room and getting shit done by myself, you know? And a lot of people, they think they need to do all these extravagant things, whatever, travel here, travel there. I mean, it would be good to go and do all this stuff in person, obviously, but I've done a lot of the shit straight from this room right here. So you can do a lot from just your, you know, getting in touch with people and talking through Zoom or having meetings online, right? So um, you're right. It's gonna take a lot. So it's not just in the US that this needs to happen. This needs to happen globally. But if we start getting more countries involved, then that will put more pressure on the other countries so the other countries catch up, right? And eventually that will handle a lot. So for instance, one platform owns 200 different websites and they're based out of Canada. So I'm also working on the Canadian Parliament to get the Protect Act passed. They have their own version, but it's called the CISE Act. And it was this close to getting passed, you guys, but then this whole Justin Trudeau thing happened. So now the whole parliament there is like upside down. So yeah, I'll get back to square one. But like, I think once we figure out what's gonna happen there, it's gonna, you know, probably pass pretty soon. Um, yeah. So, but it's true. We need to do it globally, not just in the U.S. So I'm working on that like day and night. So if you guys wonder why I'm always tired, I'm like, I have meetings in the middle of the night with people like at 4 or 5 a.m. Because of the time difference. And I'm doing these like random Zoom calls, meetings, talking to all these people in different countries about things. And a lot of people don't know about all of that, right? Like you see me and you're like thinking I'm living my best life. And I wish, you know, I wish I'm like doing comedy content, that I'm up talking to all these people. And yeah, I want to do India too. I try to talk to some people in India and I had some progress at some point, but a lot of the problems again is when I get connected to some of these people, it ends up being people that are in nonprofits, and some of these nonprofits are getting paid off by these people. So I had a lot of issues like that with the UK, so I will have a lot of progress with stuff in the UK, and then the nonprofits in the UK are getting paid off by the same people. So then I was back at square one because a lot of these nonprofits are super shady in the UK for some reason. Like they too don't want anything to block it from it happening in the first place. They only want a solution after the damage is done because everybody's profiting from that. You know. So that's one of the unfortunate things with that. But you guys, my batteries are dying. I should get off and charge my phone because I still need to shoot content for YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and all of that. And I want to thank you guys. Support me. And I appreciate you guys a lot. And make sure you continue to share, like, and comment and everything because I'm trying to get back like I was. I just want to have access to the people that I already have, you know. But basically, it's almost like I'm starting from scratch. I have to start from day one all over again. So make sure you support me. And yeah, uh, yeah, that's true. It's always good to start from square one. And yeah, we'll keep fighting. Thanks for believing in me. And please continue to help if you can, or tell other people to help. If you guys know anyone too, make sure you get them involved as well. And I love you all, and thank you for joining me. I might be back tomorrow. We'll see. If not, go on my YouTube, subscribe to my youtube.com/Uldouz, and I'm supposed to go live every day on YouTube. So go and check it out. Thank you so much. Love you all. Bye. All right, we're back here on YouTube. I'm gonna go from here too, and I have to charge my phone, and I have to create more content for you guys. So I'll be back again tomorrow. Mañana, mañana. I love you all. Mwah.